Well, hello and welcome to Marty Plays Games. We are on the weekend stream. We are about an hour and a half away from the Xbox showcase, which I will be watching because we need some new Xbox games. I think that is fair to say. But before that, we are going to take a look at Tower of Time on the PC. This is a game from 2018, I think. It is an RPG/RTS game. I'm not sure if it's CRPG. We will find out. It is certainly isometric kind of view, though. We'll have a look at graphics. We are going to turn that down to 1440p. Apparently it wants to do 100 Hz. Alright, we'll leave it on that. We have full screen VSync. We'll leave that on. FXAA. We'll put on high. So that's looking pretty good. If we turn off VSync, then we'll max it out at 120 Hz. Let's give that a go. Audio settings, we are going to put up the sound effects. How are we doing for volume levels? That's alright. Yeah, I think that's just about where we want it. And we'll put that up as well. Cinematic volumes. Alright. Apply, please. And hotkeys. See, and that looks very RTS-ish. Yeah, I think so. And general, what have we got on there? Tutorials we'll leave on. Slow time pause. We have slow time or pause. I think we will put that onto pause, actually. Exploration speed we will put on fast. Performance mode lower memory. No, we want lower loading times. Definitely. We've got plenty of memory, so we won't worry about that. We have all the gigabytes, so all that's left then, given we haven't played and need to report an issue like we had to do with the last game that we played, we are going to do a new game. We've got normal, RPG light. Is that an easier mode? Customize your party as you wish. Reach the depths of the tower as efficiently as you can manage. This mode is not for those who prefer to focus on combat and party building. Completed the game and want to try a harder difficulty with different champions. Normal. Explore the town, descend into the depths in an effort to save your land. 2 champions are available at the start. Remaining champions join you during your expedition. Leveling is restricted by upgradable class buildings. Main quests are mandatory. It hasn't... We'll put it onto normal, given it hasn't defaulted. Does it expect to die a lot? Be clever, think outside the box. Prepare before each fight and understand the synergies between the champions. Recommended only if you get familiar with the combat. For veteran players, encounters are challenging. Expect to use slow time pause. Enemies will use everything they have to defeat your party. Easy. Enjoy the story. Don't forget about upgrading your party. Enemies might surprise you from time to time. And if you just want to enjoy the story, so we'll play it on normal, and we'll do normal. So we're going to be twice as normal as everybody else. Whatever normal is, I have no idea. That is quite a lot of sound.
Our land is dying, and we are dying with it. This was not always the case. Artara was once a place of wonder and beauty. The 5 races thrived in peace and harmony. Then, long ago, something happened.
What
A
happened?
cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. Something so disastrous, we don't even have a name for it.
The apocalypse,
For
that's a
when
good
it
name.
destroyed our civilization, it took with it all knowledge of history. The past is now lost to us.
Well, how do you know
Our
about it
future
then?
is uncertain. We are left trapped in a bleak and dismal present. The land itself is our enemy now. The weather extreme and unpredictable. Droughts persist for several weeks, followed by floods that wash everything away. Yet our gravest problem is the lack of sunlight. Storm clouds shroud our world in everlasting twilight. Without the sun, we are unable to grow food, and so we struggle to survive this dark world, a seemingly hopeless battle. I look back now to when I was a young boy, living on the fringe of the human domain. While hunting for food, I stumbled upon ruins uncovered by a recent earthquake.
Earthquakes
A
as
bad
well.
omen, normally avoided. But this time, something drew me in.
Wow. Earthquakes, floods, and droughts. Doesn't sound like a particularly pleasant land to be in. The beginning 25 years ago. The entire morning passed without sign of a single rabbit. Rarely was hunting so bad in the woods surrounding the village. It felt as if something unnatural lingered in the air. Well, you shouldn't be going to caves then, should you? A frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed through the trees to a scene of total devastation. The forest lay before you, sundered, littered with jagged rocks and vast chasms. The aftermath of an earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you move closer. The adults tell stories of the world, regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look. You convince yourself. Your curiosity shortly rewarded by the sight of a large fissure emitting dazzling blue light. Walk away from the fissure. Against your better judgment, you squeeze through the gap, leaving behind the world you've always known. That was a silly thing to do then, wasn't it? What is this place? It looks like a different world. Does it? Well, it's hard to judge because I didn't see the other world. So we'll just have to take your word for it. You. It's not a very good name. Perhaps I should turn back. Yeah. The elders are very strict about all the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it. Don't press any buttons. Don't take any crystals. Come back and tell an adult immediately. They're scared of their own shadow. It can't hurt to look around. It can hurt to look around. It can hurt very much. Right, so we click. We click to move. So it is very CRPG in its movements. So I suppose you could say it was RTS in its movements as well. I would like to be able to use the keyboard to move a little bit, to be honest. Sometimes you just want that, and we can't. It doesn't work. So I'm sat here with my WASD keys and it's doing nothing. What's pause then? How do we pause? We can't pause. We don't have any kind of GUI. No, we have a mini-map. That's about a lot though. What's down here? Let's go and have a look down here. No. Alright. Invisible wall then. What about this light? Signpost. Gardens of Sorrow. 3 miles. Heaven Car 9 miles. Ostwick Bridge, 14 miles. Those names they mean nothing. Nothing to me. But I have to wonder what is actually holding that bridge up. Is that just sheer willpower? Because it doesn't look like that bridge has much of a keystone, really, does it? I mean, if it was an arch, I could kind of understand, but it sort of has rocks there, doesn't it? And at the end of the... because those planks don't go all the way. I mean, how would the planks be holding all that weight up? It's just, no. I think your bridge is busted. There's not a proper bridge. Or is it? Oh, maybe, no. It's hard to tell, isn't it? You lean over the bridge and look below. Would see any blue mists. Well, that's just the blue mist holding up. Is this place floating in the air? There you go. It's floating in the air. I was right. It's an anti-grav bridge. Anti-gravity. And where are the flowers getting their source of energy from? Because, and who lit the torches? Are we on some kind of perpetual energy torch? Something wrong is going on here. It's magical. Perhaps there is a magic to this land that we've not yet discovered. Either that or somebody's down here. Ooh. You approach the statue, its eyes flicker with life. And it speaks. Ooh, that's definitely a sure sign you should be running the other way. Welcome to the sanctum of the first Magus. Please state your business. Nosy. Being nosy. There you go. I just wanted to look around. First Magnus awaits you, Ambassador Chunstable, representative of the king under the mountain. Whoa, what? No, wait a second. I'm just a boy from the village. Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. Maybe I'll just go back the way I came. Please stay where you are and do not be alarmed. The Sanctum Guardians will escort you to... yeah, we just... resistance is futile. You wait apprehensively for a moment, but nothing happens. It's just an AI, isn't it? It's just an AI. It's like Chat GPT with a top hat. Ooh, some stairs. I wanted to go and have a look at those, but we can't. There was no way through. And where did he get his torch from? I don't remember him having a torch when he went into the cave. Ooh, it's suddenly walking for me. Below you lies a large throne lined with immense luminous crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention on one of the larger blue crystals, a faint voice calls out. Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage, your destiny beckons. Who are you and what is this place? Come to me, thy time is nigh. A powerful desire to leap off the edge of this precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around for a safe way down. Back the way we came. Come on. We're going to sit on the throne and we're going to become king. That is what we are going to do. I thought I saw some stairs on the right side in the darkness. Yes, I did. That still seems quite the way down. Can we go down there? Oh, we can. I say this is quite a well-kept place, given it's so empty. Light-emitting crystals. I know they would be quite good, wouldn't they? Put in your lounge. Not have to plug them in. Save yourself an awful lot of electricity. Ooh, they don't look friendly. Look! A boy approaches. How do you know? What are you? Another human after all this time, but a mere child. I'm not just a mere child. He doesn't have a skill to survive this place. And yet, he's come this far. Perhaps he is ready. Ready for what? This is premature. He must develop the power or else others will manipulate him. Yes. I sent it now. Are you capable, boy? Probably not. He's still quite young. Do you know magic? No? But if you hum the first part, I'll play along. Magic? No, of course not. I'm just a hunter. A hunter. Of rabbits. Tell us, do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? No. If I have my eyes shut, I wouldn't be able to see, would I? A stupid question. Enough. Leave him be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat. Yet. Yes, let him pass. Let him see for himself. Very well. Go ahead, boy. Embrace your fate. He didn't shit himself. So that's a good sign. More statues. First Magus Elthrador. Held office between 4 and 39 of the Vith era. What about him? Armor stand. A beautiful armor made of pure gold. Let's take it. Pick it up. Pick it up. I suppose it is a little bit big for you. A little bit big. What else do we have down there? Oh, are they? They're books, look. They're not very well kept, are they? Damaged the spine keeping them like that. Rows upon rows of dust-covered bucks. You must tell the village elders about the past. They would not be mad at you then. I wouldn't tell them anything when you get back. I would just keep stum, mate. Keep stum. And keep this little secret place to yourself. Let's have a look. First Magnus. Helena. Helenina. Helenia. Helenia. Held office between 152 and 202 of the Vith era. What is this Vith era of which you speak? Another statue. That is the first Magnus Ordrus, and he held office, I think it's a he, between 113 and 114. He was obviously a bit crap at his job, didn't he? He only made it a year. I'm assuming it's a year. I think it could be an Othropoc, for all we know. That might be what they are called in this world, Othropocs. And Othropocs might be 20 years, and we might be dissing him for no good reason. Uh-oh. It's the throne. Sit on the throne. Do it, boy. A boy? You are still a child, and yet you heard my call. How can this be? Tell me. Well, when you're young, you can hear more frequencies. Your hearing goes off as you get older. It's true. Especially if you listen to loud music. Or fire guns right next to your face. You are still a child, and yet you hear my call. How can this be? Tell me. I don't know. I'm scared, and I want to go home. He's tired and he wants to go to bed. And he had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to his head. Yes, I can sense your fear, but this fear does not rule your heart. There is something else. You are different. As I once was, long ago. You're pretty different now. You're just a ball of light, mate. You're inexperienced, your ability undeveloped, but there's no mistake. Such dormant, feral raw power, an indisputable match. I don't understand. There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all my strength to raise the tower again. I must rest now. In time, you will forget this place. You will grow strong and skillful and find a position in your world. For this, before I release you, I must entrust in you an insatiable desire to return. What are you doing to me? He's abusing you, mate. Tell an adult. For some day, many days from now, you will return to this tower, seek me in its depths, and on that day, when my power is recovered, I will talk again. We will talk again. Let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand my promise. The memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind once you leave this place, but you will return as surely as seeding reaches for the sun. Go now, run. This place is not safe for a child, even for you. Learn thyself, give thyself to the world, as I have. Return when you are ready. That's quite loud. The beginning.
Descending the stairs led me to a crystal throne which glittered with swirling light. I felt strangely compelled to approach and sit. As I took my place upon it, a sudden torrent of light enveloped me. The illumination overwhelmed my senses.
He didn't sit on it.
I grew nauseous and weak, but before I lost consciousness, the throne ejected me to the floor. I fled and told no one what happened, for fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village, for this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, to convince myself it was my overactive imagination, but the visions that followed said otherwise. Every night, the nightmares came. Their torment highlighted my confusion, as each morning I remembered little, fragmented images, words which made no sense, nothing more. I would have thought myself mad, if not for the strange, incomprehensible symbols I often drew in the sand, proof that forces beyond my understanding were at work. People in my vicinity kept their distance, and I think they feared me. Over time, they learned to tolerate my unusual nature, but I was always alone, left to brood and ponder my strange fate.
It's PTSD.
One winter, it all came flooding back to me. I realized the crystal throne sat not at the bottom of some ancient ruins, but at the top of a construction incomprehensible in scale. That the ruins were not ruins of some lost city or ancient castle, but a single massive tower buried deep within the earth, and buried upside down. Some unexplainable force had lifted the construction into the sky, rotated it, and driven it into the ground. In that moment of clarity, I knew one thing above all others. I had to go back to that place, for the power within was the one thing that could save Artara. Years later, I found myself a commander in the last human kingdom's militia. The king, a just man and good friend, granted me a favor for my years of loyal service. I had but one request: a small force of men and resources to return to the village of my birth and explore the tower. Preoccupied by an eroding empire, the king held little interest in ancient ruins and towers. He did, however, see the reclaiming of a long-abandoned village on the border of an ever-shrinking kingdom as a boost to the people's morale. He gave me what I requested, and his blessing. So here I am, returning to the very place which has haunted me my entire life. It is a desolate place now. Time has not been kind to my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower remains just as I remember it. I am in awe of the power within, and perhaps fearful. The men and I are setting up the camp in the village, while Cain and Maev, two of my most capable warriors, will scout the tower. Once again, I feel its call. We must uncover its secrets. We must find a way to reach the power within. If we fail, it will be the end of us.
Right. And nobody else in the entire world thought to go and have a look. You know, we were inside that town. We weren't falling from the sky, were we? When we were on the floor, quite happily. And so are they, look. They're not banging their heads below. At long last, it's just as impressive as I remember. I thought you were sending your men. Said nothing about you going. I have never seen anything like this. Such green, healthy-looking plants. Whether by natural enhancement, it's definitely enhanced, isn't it? You're in an upside-down tower, mate. It's enhanced. Something about the soil here produces abundant life. Is that life there? Well, that doesn't look like we should be. That doesn't look friendly at all, does it? The key to our salvation. Whoever returns with the secrets will be king of Artara. Oh, I don't think the current king's going to be very happy about that. Is this the secret we came for, my lord? New crops? I don't think so. No, there must be something else here. Where there is one secret, there may be others. We don't even know there's one secret. The potential here could be limitless. You seek to uncover the secrets of this place, and we shall do so. Maeve and I will scout the area before you proceed. No need for unnecessary risks. Yeah, good plan. While appreciated your consent, no, it's very warranted. After all, I survived this place as a child. Don't go telling people that. They'll think you're mad. But you're no longer a child, my lord. You're our commander, and we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or raiders lurking. Scoundrels are of no concern. I'm well aware my lord is a skilled fighter. This is a matter of regulation and duty, K. K? We're shortening names now, are we? I shouldn't have to remind you of that. The commander's primary task is to command. Ours is to obey. And in this instance assure his welfare. Maybe he's right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you to some unforeseen danger for a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide safe passage. Your discretion, old friend, but be careful. I recall an unease about this place. Strange mechanisms and statues of stone and metal, and something about crystals. It's difficult to recall, and the more I try to remember, the less clear it becomes, and if some will, beyond my own works, against me. I'll return to the village for now. Call me once the way is clear. Yeah, you see? Send your men in. Send in the red shirts. That is always the way. As you command, my lord. Normally I would allow the lady to go first, and duty calls for stronger arm and the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me. Stay close, fair maiden. Eh? It's going to be a long journey. Did you already forget what happened last time you kept calling me that? What, me lady? Not really. I don't even know who you are, Mauve, if that is your name. So tell me more about my lord. You've known him for far longer than I. Why, you're plotting, Mauve. Fancy yourself as the new queen, do you? Oh, well, he wasn't highborn. He earned the king's respect and position through service and skill. I'd been King's Guard for 5 years when he first joined. Formidable fighter, quick learner. Showed immediate potential, but he often had this odd distance look in his eyes. So odd. To tell you the truth, it spooked most of the other men. So it should. PTSD. And what of this tower? Does he truly seek a way to heal the land? We're on a fool's errand. Just pick up all the gold and fill your pockets. When you have spilled blood with the man of battle, you know his metal. I don't know what awaits us here, but I can tell you one thing, there's an awful lot of text. Whatever he's seeking in this place, he believes it will help us all. That's good enough for me. Is it a broken... Is that broken statue? Oh yes, it is. Broken statues made of smooth glass-like stone, the likes of which you've never seen before. Next to it there is a wooden sign with an inscription. Here at the fringe of the great northern forest, wise travellers seek the boon of Rathchuk. Whisper to her the name of your dearest, and gain the grace of willow and the strength of oak. What's the matter, Kane? Don't think it'll work if you whisper your own name. That's like rather naive superstition. It's not a superstition, is it? Besides, we have no time to waste conversing with lumps of rock. Oh, I was just joking. I want to say my name. Say my name. Say my name. I can't say my name. And Wazad's still not working, by the way. So, no point in me doing that. Ooh, look, there's gold. Let's go and get some gold. 8 golds. Yes, fill your boots, mate. Fill your boots with all the gold. Can we zoom out? We can. Can we zoom in? We can. We can zoom out that far and zoom in that far. Before we go down further, we'll go along here further. And that's as far as we can go. So now we'll go down here further. Let's look for a trap. It's another unconvincing bridge. It looks like it will just destroy itself as soon as we try and walk across of it. And another one. Why isn't the wood rotting from all the water? There's some more gold. It's a good job our name is not Thorin. By the great spirits, what is this? Water's so clear you can see straight through it. Well, kind of, I suppose. It tastes sweet too. The merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a pitcher of this. Have you ever seen fruit trees like that? Take some fruits, you might need it later on. Get fruit. Is that a person there? No, don't think so. But I can see some more golds. I can see some more golds. I want the golds. Get the golds. Ooh. A ribbit. That sounds very frog-like. If a merchant would pay a week's wage for that pitcher of water, they'd give half their wealth for one of these things. Careful, eating strange fruit can have unexpected consequences. You didn't have any second thoughts about drinking the water. Take a bite, they're amazing. Take your word for it. At least one of us will be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. They taste like burning. Uh-oh. They don't look like friendly sorts, do they? And there's 4 of them. Looks like you were right. High Curry Outlaws up ahead. They look more like skeleton warriors. Skeleton warrior. He's got a bow, has he? Something's not right. Why are they just standing there? One way or another. I'll get them to move. Get behind me. As Kanan move, come closer. Their torchlight reveals fleshless soldiers of a long-dead kingdom. They are not no outlaws, by the great spirits. Well, they're skeleton warriors. Skeleton warriors. That's what they are, and they're probably going to hit us. Prepare for battle. Defeat a small group of what appears to be skeleton warriors. Ooh, slowed him.
Yes, my lord.
Battle start. Tip 1. Unit positioning. Position your units. Move Kane to a position where he can intercept enemies. He has a high armor and can take a lot of punishment. Keep Mauve in the back so she can deal a death from far, unchallenged. The enemies come to you, don't rush. Wait and observe. In Tower of Time, reflexes don't matter. Only your tactical awareness and observation skills. Your champions generate threat when dealing damage. Melee attacks generate 150% threat. And some skills generate extra threat. What's a threat though? You haven't explained what a threat is. Enemies attack targets with the highest threat. Okay. Now we know what a threat is. Each enemy has his own hate list. It's like L7 song. You've made our shit list. When there are switching targets, it is indicated by a monster icon above their heads. Here, one enemy is breaking from Kane and moves to attack Mauve. Whoa. Okay, right, I get that now. So if he's no longer attacking you, he gets a monster head. In tactical mode, with the spacebar, you can see lines showing which champion is currently targeted by each enemy. This is a very important part of combat. Let Kane do his job, make all enemies focus on him. You can switch between slow time and pause any time in the menu. We recommend slow time. Well, I'm not, I'm doing pause. There are 2 combat stances that affect how your champions behave on their own. In stand ground, units will never move themselves, which is useful if you want to group them together for a heal or aura effect. In move and attack, they will automatically attack the closest enemy moving by themselves if needed. Some skills require a second click to confirm the cast anywhere on the screen, buffs for example, while others require marking the target area and then confirming the cast. Enemies in the range of skills are highlighted, but don't waste mana needlessly. It regenerates slowly in early game. Use skills efficiently and maximize the number of targeted enemies. How many more tips are there? This is tip number 6. Certain enemy skills will target the ground, red circles, and they show areas of the impact. Move your champions outside of the red. Stay out of the red and in the black. Interrupt the cast or break the channel. Certain effects like blind daze, stun, freeze, as well as gravity. I'm going to put gravity in inverted commas for. Or in quotes. Pull and push do that. Tip number 7. The key to victory on higher difficulty enemies is to use both the battleground terrain and skills which affect the map to your advantage. Look for choke points and natural obstacles. If your champions are low on health or mana, withdraw them to a safe location until they recover. Close. Well then, we've paused, so... oh. It's edge scrolling. I only see one enemy though. I thought there were 4 of them.
Moving into position.
We'll attack him then. Uh-oh.
Acknowledge. Will do.
What have we got here then? A stone wall. Dash. Heal wounds. That one. Uh-oh.
Your wish is my command. Moving into position.
Come on, chop him.
Acknowledge. Your wish is my command.
Poisoned.
Yes, on my way.
Can we smoke screen?
Sire? Affirmative. Your wish is my command.
I think we're about to die. We should
Acknowledge.
probably get out of their way, shouldn't we?
Will do.
Victory? Only just though. We nearly got our pants out around our ankles. And there was only 4 of them, and then there ended up being thousands of them, like little ants.
Acknowledged.
They were quite tough skeleton warriors. If I'd not seen them with my own eyes and fought them with my own hands, the dead risen to the ground, what evil is this? They're probably the White Walkers. Such undying determination. Look, their severed arm still twitches, intent on continuing to fight. I'm just glad they fell easily enough to blade an arrow. They didn't fall that easy, though, did they? Perhaps we were just lucky. Next time, withdraw further back. Your bow is of no use to us close to the front line. Your presence only distracts me from battle. We've just dispatched the living dead and you lecture me over tactics, really, Kane. Sometimes you take your duty and ranks too far. After all, you thought they were ordinary outlaws and led us right to them. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Whatever you say. Arguing with you is like talking to a stone wall. We should go back and tell my lord about this. Not yet. We have a duty to complete. Let's continue and see what lies ahead. Equip an item. Press an icon on top of the screen, or I, to access your inventory and party management screens. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Inventory. Shared between all of our champions. Itemization is very rich in Tartan. Several statistics which can be attached to an item. Cleave damage percentage. Armor penetration. Each item can roll to either prefix or affix green items. Or both of them, purple and blue items. An example below, one of the weapons is of sparks. Where does it say of sparks? Who knows? Perhaps that's a mouse over thing. One example of specialization is that two-handed melee weapons have a cleave damage percentage when you attack an enemy. Percentage of the primary target damage is also applied to all enemies in a cone area in front of you. Oh, that's quite useful. Inventory. We have trousers. Wrong item for this class. So is that higher up? Selected, equipped. Yes. Well then. Just got your pants on. Here's a character sheet. So there's definitely some CRPG elements to this, I think. You've got an itch on your face. For the king and Artara. And a little profit for the pocket. Why not? Why not indeed? Just take some of that gold with you. That's what you want. Approve. Oh, we've got 3 points left. I think we're going to have life. Choose life. We'll choose speed and we'll choose mastery and we'll approve. And you, Kane, if that is your name, can have some mights and some speeds. What about skill trees then? We've got one unused skill point, enough to select one enhancement effect for one of the skills. Each skill has 2 enhancement alternative enchantment paths. They usually differ significantly. One path enhances the destructive effect of the skill, while the other gives it a crowd control effect. In this example, one path increases fire arrows single target damage, while the other turns it into a small scale area of effect skill. Oh, I think we want the AOAs or AOEs. Mastery influences certain parameters of the skill indicated by the number in X. Good. That is quite the tree. Dash. Stone. I didn't like any of these things. What did that actually do? Was that kind of like a, maybe that was a defense spell? I had to cast that on himself, kind of like an extra shield. I was thinking maybe it put walls up on the map, but I don't think it did. So, heal wounds. I think we'll increase that actually. Oh, why can't we upgrade it? Do we have to go on here? Select skills. I don't understand. Can we only select one of these ones then? Yeah. I think so. Cooldown -10 seconds. Short war not blocking line of sight. Or a radius. Ah. Have we selected that? I'm not entirely sure. There's no kind of positive feedback. So alignments, critical choices influence your champion's alignments. So I'm guessing these are alignments between characters. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. It's not used it, has it? It definitely hasn't used it. So how do we upgrade it then? Ah, right click. It's a right click. An arrow barrage. I think we're going to have an arrow barrage. Damage +5. Yes. One skill selected. Well, has it done it? Yes. Okay. What a weird system for upgrades. Very strange. Very, very strange. Right. I think we're done with that. There we go. Let's see if we can find any more things in this very interesting cave. Whoever this was, they must have died very long ago. The bones are clean, if somewhat dusty. Oh, careful, you might get hurt. A small chest. Ooh. We'll have those. Helmets. Yeah, we like helmets. Skeleton warriors. Let's get the. Can we not pick the bow up then? We'll have the gold. We'll have the gold. What about that cave? Inside the cave, your champion's seen an animal that resembles a dog. And it reaches to Kane's shoulders. It is feeding savagely and gnaws your party. They walk away quietly. Yeah, I think that is the best choice, Caney boy. A teleport. A strange mechanism stands before your party. There's some letters engraved on the pedestal. It reads Gardens. On the other side, there is another engraving, barely visible. The teleporter was commissioned by Baracus, master craftsmanship, in the year 42 of the 5th era. It's nice of him. A teleporter? Why did it teleport? And where? Well, I would imagine the gardens. Just a guess. Perhaps it is the oldest tales say that the ancients could move over large distances in the blink of an eye. Maybe so, but this one doesn't seem to be working, which is fine by me. I prefer to rely on my old legs to get where I want to go. Besides, the idea of disappearing and reappearing out of thin air doesn't sit well with me. Luddite. Gold! You seem to be quite happy to pick up gold, don't you? Gold, all the golds. Is that where we came from? Yeah. Let's go and have a look a bit. Ooh, more golds. A relic. Yeah, oh yeah, we want that. We'll have those. Right. Inventories. Selected. Oh, it is better. Yeah, we'll have that then. What about you? Can you have the helmet? Yeah. We'll put the helmet on. Jewelry. armor, weapons, and that's yeah. Alright, that's everything. We will definitely arm ourselves. Oh, more gold. Let's get some gold. Arm ourselves up. Uh-oh, he's got a big sword. The gate is locked and your champion see no lock of any kind. A ring. A ring. I think we'll go... What's that sign say? The parable of the little brother. Throughout our town, I am strongest in Maina. So to the south my path must be. My horse is packed, my farewell said. Yet my big brothers will not look upon me. They say that I abandon them, that magic changes men. I swear I will not leave till they face me again. They weren't the greatest of wordsmiths, were they? Well, let's just go down to the other side, just in case there is less swordy people. I always like less swordy people. A signpost. I don't recognise any of these places. There's no way this carrying can be 40 miles wide. The place must be on the surface at some point. Curious. So much human history has been lost. Maybe this place will tell us about the events that brought our world to ruin. Reliving the past will bring us nothing but grief. Listen to Cain. Listen to him. He's a man of wisdom. We must look to our future to survive, and man can see in the future, then I trust that man will be our Lord. Yeah, don't listen to Cain, he's stupid. If this place is indeed a place of power, then the question that matters is how will this power be used? I hope my Lord's intention and our own actions by sworn loyalty are honourable ones. Only the spirits. Oh no, Maeve, whatever your name is. All the rest of us can do is live each day with duty and honour and cling tight to our ideals no matter what the day brings. Yeah, Cain's been a bit brainwashed, hasn't he? He's got no thought of his own, he just does what he's told and gets on with it. The mark of a feeble-minded man. The chasms below the bridge seem endless. We've been here before, haven't we? This is the same bridge that we walked over last time. There's thrones down here. Oh, they had the Guardians. Oh, there's that statue again. The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. Resistance is futile. Another talking... Another one? What do you mean another one? What is this place? Oh, I suppose you did see that one at the beginning, didn't you? What is this place? What is the Sanctum Guardian? I don't know. It sounds dangerous, like whatever this is long gone. It has. I've been twice my size and twice as fast about this place. Well, done anything more challenging to face. Maybe you just had loads of skeleton warriors, mate. Skeleton warriors. They were all over the shop. Is that throne still there, do you think? It is. Look, there it is. The throne forged of pure crystal. It's not though, is it? There's some stone there. I can see the stone. If it was pure crystal, the whole thing would be crystal. Don't lie. The architecture here is beyond words. Well, it's not, is it? It's... Why do you say such silly things, Mauve? Those windows glow with golden light. Well, then it's not beyond words, is it? Yet it must be far past dusk in the world outside. Do you feel that, Cain? My skin's trembling. I think it's coming from those crystals. I feel it too. Let's look for a way down. Yes, Cain. Let's go and sit on the throne. Let's go and be a red shirt. Let's go and see the Guardians. We know this place. We've been here before. Oh no, it's down there. We have been here before, but we'd already forgotten. And there are the Guardian fellas. Unbelievable, look at this creature forged from stone and crystal. You never mentioned meeting all those years ago. Perhaps one of those is the Santian Guardians. I don't like the look of it. Let's find another way around. No time for sneaking around in shadows. We are on official business. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They're nice fellas. They were nice last time. They're probably nice this time. Don't antagonize them, and they'll be alright to you, won't they? The creature appears heavily damaged with large portions of its stone surface chipped away and fractured portions of crystal, pulsating with bright purple light. Turning its head towards your champions, the creature emits a strange high-pitched sound, slowly at first, but then with increasing frequency. I think it's trying to talk. The creature suddenly shifts position, raising its giant arms as if to strike. It would seem as if we are not welcome in this place. Alright, if it won't let us pass to the crystal throne identifier, then fight it shall receive with this much damage. One into my sword should shatter it, whatever it is. Why don't you just try talking to him first? Less talking, more shattering. I'm right behind you. Please spare me the lecture on the tactics this time. What? I don't want to fight him. But apparently we have no choice. He looks like he's gonna kill us dead. Oh, I think we'll withdraw, actually. That red skull thing made me think twice. It surely did. We'll try the man with the pointy sword then. Come on. This clicking is not clicking very well. Let's go and fight the pointy sword man. It's, yeah, all this clicking is quite wearing on your old clicky finger. Big brother. Oh. That didn't open it, did it? Perhaps they have to turn to face each other. They're facing each other now. Oh, there's another one over here as well. Maybe they will have to face the same way. What was the thingy on? Oh, there's another one there. Little brother. Did it say they... Alright, okay. So, can we face him? They will have to face him, do they? There we go. Now we can go in here. Let's go and get the ring. The ring of power. We have found a ring. Is it the one ring? What does this ring do? It increases our mana generation by 0.1. And it gives us 10 extra manas. Can we use it? What about you? Guessing we can drop it into one of these slots. Yeah, there we go. Fine. Right. I guess we're gonna have to go and fight the swordy man. Can we save? We can save. I think it's probably 41. Probably a good idea to save before we fight swordy man and lose. Prepare for battle. Fight.
How may I help you? Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Start. Right, let's No, I don't. Stone wall.
Acknowledged.
He's gone down. So what does that actually do then? Creates an impassable wall at the drawn path. Oh, okay, so yeah. It was a stone path. That's what I thought it was. It just wasn't clear before what I had to
Your
do.
wish is my command.
Come on then.
I never miss.
Fire.
I think we ought to
Acknowledged. All right. Will do.
Oh, come
Your
on.
wish is my command. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Moving into position. Acknowledged.
Enemies defeated, 62%. So why can't we
Affirmative.
Yes.
I think we'll come on,
my
move it.
way.
What does that do? Smoke screen. Come on. Hooray, we win. I think Kane's a bit rubbish. Perhaps they all rest the spirit. Yeah, I think that's probably what they are. So, do we have any more golds? We do. We found 6 golds. Entrance to Quartermaster's office. The door's open. Come on, just a collapsed stairway. Hardly worried that their weapons can penetrate my armor. I think probably a good time to save again. We defeated them. Save over 41. Save back. Yes, I think that's it's quite interesting. I'm not entirely sure about the combat. I think maybe that will get better as we get more skills and more people in the party. It does feel a little bit basic in that you're not really in control of anything. So that's yeah, I would say that's the weakest part of this game. I quite like the setting and I quite like the story so far, and the puzzles weren't completely stupid. It does have a kind of D&D feel to it, I think. But yeah, I quite enjoyed playing that. But now it is time to say goodbye and prepare for Xbox Showcase. I hope you'll have a pleasant evening, and maybe you shall go and watch it yourself. Until tomorrow, when I shall be back with another game for my pile of shame, I hope you have a pleasant day, and I shall see you later.